Hi, I'm Annie Ulichny, and it is a pleasure and a gift to be here to share some meditation time together with you and share some practice. So we'll get started, and the first thing we'll do is just to kind of come into the here and now, and we'll do that by taking 3 breaths. It's a technique where each breath will experience something a little bit different intentionally for ourselves. The first breath, we can close our eyes and have our hands just resting. Take a comfortable seat, close our eyes, and the first breath is going to be a deeply fulfilling breath, as if you've just climbed to the top of a mountain or you're at a beach watching a beautiful sunrise or sunset. It's deeply fulfilling. And so the in-breath and then the exhale is just really, really rich and deep. And it just brings us into the here and now. The second breath is going to be your average, ordinary breath. You are going to just follow your breath. Inhale and exhale. And preferably these breaths should be through the nose. And the third breath is going to be very kind and caring and loving breath toward ourselves. It's a very intimate breath. We feel it deeply within ourselves. And you really feel like you're doing something good for yourself with this third breath. And as we get started here, after taking these breaths, I'll just briefly say the practice today is actually going to be on the breath. And there are many different ways to meditate. I personally, my experience has been that when we use our breath as the primary tool, it's very easy to be distracted and get pulled into our thoughts. When we can use the breath in concert with paying attention to the body, it's actually a deeper, richer experience of bringing our whole body, our mind, our emotions, everything into a greater state of calm. And we do it all together. Everything is involved. So that is what we're going to pay attention to by using our breath today. And interestingly enough, the breath is similar to our muscles. And I say that because when we want to strengthen our muscles, what we do is maybe grab dumbbells. And it's the resistance against the muscle that makes the muscle stronger. We're using dumbbells and holding them in our hands and working on our biceps. That same technique we can apply to bringing ourselves from stress into a peaceful, calm state and place. And we do that using the breath. And using these breathing techniques can take us from stress into a place of calm, and we do it from the inside out, just like working with dumbbells. It's the same idea. And we are taking care of ourselves from the inside out by using these breathing techniques. And when we're feeling stressed or extra worry or anxiety going on, we can rely on these breathing techniques to help us to bring us into a calm place. That's what they're designed to do. And research has really been looking into the various techniques that are available. And what I offer you are some of the best techniques that help bring our whole body, our mind, our nervous system, our immune system, everything into a more calm, resting, ready state. So with that, we'll get going and try some of these breathing techniques. And what we'll do is find our comfortable meditation posture. And that's not leaning against the back of a chair so much as having your spine upright and dignified, and feeling that your feet are both on the floor, comfortably feeling your feet on the floor. And you feel that you're upright and dignified with your posture. Our spine carries a lot of posture, so we can feel that. And yet the whole rest of the body is kind of soft and relaxed and not too stiff. So we're soft and relaxed, but with an upright posture. And one of the easiest ways to get distracted is with our senses. So we'll close our sense of sight down. So we'll close our eyes down and we'll place our hands just comfortably on our laps. And as we get started here, I mentioned that we're going to be using some breathing techniques. And I'll layer the techniques so you can just listen to my voice and instructions. And I'm going to keep my eyes closed except to check on time. And I encourage you to do that as well. We're going to breathe in and out of our nose. And as we just start to take a few breaths in and out of our nose and get comfortable sitting here, just notice how the body feels. We can kind of ground and stabilize ourselves, and we do that with just checking in with the body. So we're breathing in and out, starting to just come into closer contact with the breath. And also stabilizing the body, we can kind of scan through the body and just feel into the feet, noticing that the feet are comfortably resting on the ground, feeling the soles of our feet. I like to start with the soles of the feet because it's a way to kind of touch into gravity. And also this connection that our feet and our whole body has right here, right now on the earth. So feel many sensations in your feet, and then we could scan through the legs, noticing sensations, noticing if there's anything that's tight that maybe just by bringing our focus to it, we can just release and soften. And noticing the contact with the chair we're sitting on here. Feeling our sit bones and the backs of our legs making contact with the chair. And we are holding this weight of our body resting against our seat, making contact here. So just notice that your upper body, your torso, there's weight bearing down. And we're holding here. We're being held here by gravity, actually. And it's kind of a funny thing. I stop and sometimes think when things feel chaotic or stressful, I think, okay, you know what? I'm being held here, just held on this earth that's in space, but I'm being held and kind of hugged and stabilized here by gravity. It's a very stabilizing, kind force. And we're grounding here right now, just stable. Everything is okay. With all of the events and everything going on in the world, it's important to stop and just recognize. We could be grateful just for right now, right here, to feel okay. And just scanning maybe through the torso. The rib cage sometimes likes to hold on to emotional tension. Our worries and our thoughts, sometimes we hold on to this tension and this tightness, and sometimes our rib cage can feel a little bit restricted. Just notice if that's possibly true for you. We all hold tension, this energetic tension in different places in our body. Rib cage, perhaps the chest area, up through the clavicle, through the shoulders. We might notice that we feel some of this tightness, and just by paying attention and really exploring our own unique way of holding tension and tightness, just by finding these places and really paying attention to them, we might be able to soften and melt away just some of this tightness and just relax here. Let the body release some of this tightness And again, gravity can help bring this energetic tightness away from us and just down underneath. We could feel this melting slightly. We hold a lot of attention in our shoulders as human beings. It's kind of this automatic reaction to kind of protect ourselves by bringing our shoulders up and tightening them. Just notice if your shoulders have any tightness in them, any energetic tightness. That pay attention to the left and the right. Notice what's here, maybe through the arms and the hands, and if anything is willing to relax and let go. And through the throat and the head, the skull, up into the brain. Imagine, if you could, just for a moment here, what the brain feels like right in the very center, so between the ears, behind the skull, just feeling in there, noticing how it feels. And can we release any bit of emotional tension? Make some space. Feeling through the forehead, the eyes, jaw. Common places we hold on to tightness. All of the worries, the planning, our to-do list mindset, all of these things, we sometimes feel this emotional tightness, this energetic tightness. We could drop the jaw, just even ever slightly, and maybe soften in the jaw and the forehead around the eyes. So when we can get our whole body involved, like we just spent a few minutes going through the body, it really helps us to be able to concentrate on our breath more effectively. So if we also notice that we are getting pulled into the thinking mind, the stream of thoughts that's constantly going and pulling us out of our ability to focus, just see if we can gently let these thoughts go and stay focused within the body. We don't need to struggle with it. We can just use our focus. We have the ability to focus on whatever it is we choose to in the moment, when we're really paying attention and exerting our focus. So we've explored the body, and now we'll kind of start to use the breath to help calm the body down from the inside out. So on the in-breath, know you're breathing in. And on the exhale, know you're breathing out. And just let any thoughts go. Just very gently, just kind of watch them float by. We don't need to get pulled into thoughts. And when we do, that's okay. There's no problem with that. It's actually good to notice when we're pulled into thoughts, because we can come back to what we're focusing on right now. Just keep coming back. On the inhale, breathing in. On the exhale, following the breath out through the nose, preferably through the nose on the in-breath and the out-breath. On the next in-breath, I'd like us to imagine we can feel the breath coming in now and coming all the way past the throat into the diaphragm and all the way down below the belly button into the soft belly. So we could imagine expanding the belly out as if we have a balloon in there, a little balloon that's expanding on the inhale. We could feel our belly pressing out. And then on the exhale, we press the belly button back toward the backbone, the spine, and flatten out the belly and release the air through the belly, diaphragm, throat, and out the nose. So we're really paying attention to a fully elongated breath. all the way in through the nose and traveling all the way down. Really focus on traveling, riding the breath all the way down to the lower belly. And then the exhale, flattening the belly, pressing all of the air out. Make sure it's comfortable for you, not too much exertion, but a little exertion here. Expelling all of the air out of the nose. If it's for whatever reason not comfortable through the nose, you need to breathe through your mouth, that's okay. But it is preferable to try through the nose if that's possible for you. Try one more breath in and out with just this technique of expanding that little bit of balloon in the lower belly. On the inhale and exhale, releasing and flattening all of the air out of that belly. Now on the next inhale, we're going to use a technique on the exhale that's called ocean breath. So the inhale is going to be a full inhale like we've been doing, all the way down to the belly. And the exhale is going to sound like an ocean breath. And it's, if I had my mouth open, it would be a you're putting a little pressure on the back of your throat on the exhale. And this pressure on the back of the throat, making kind of that ocean noise, preferably again with the mouth closed and breathing through the nose, is you're alerting the vagus nervous system that everything is okay, everything is calm and safe here. And when we do this, then the vagus nerve communicates throughout the nervous system that everything is safe and fine, and it's time to turn our immune system on full force. We're in the alert and ready mode and at peace. And the vagus nerve communicates to the whole body to be in a state of well-being and a state of alert but at rest. So on the inhale, you'll take a big inhale. On the exhale, you'll make that ocean breath, a full exhale with pressing against the back of your throat. It sounds like a hissing noise on the exhale. So at the bottom of your next exhale, you can release this ocean breathing technique and just come back into your regular breath. And just keep following the breath. We want the breath to be elongated and deep. When the breath is elongated and very deep, and not short or cut off or holding the breath, when it's a long breath, the body understands that everything is safe and okay, and calm and restful. When we have a shortened, tight breath, or sometimes we hold our breath, maybe unconsciously even, the signals to the body that there might be a threat somewhere. And it could be just an email or a conversation with somebody, or something we're planning for that it's causing us a little stress in our thoughts, and we shorten our breath by bringing a more elongated breath and using this pressure against the vagus nerve just with the exhale. We're signaling to the body that everything is okay. And we're ready for any challenges that we need to face today. We feel resilient, calm, confident, strong. And our immune system can work fully and completely. So feel into the body as the breath is breathing itself. Notice this calm breath. Notice if there's more space and openness within the whole body. And try these techniques for yourself anytime during the day you have a few minutes or you're planning for something and you need to try some breathing techniques to make sure you're completely calm and at peace. These breathing techniques also help with better sleep. There's so many wonderful benefits. It's truly a gift to share this time with you and spend time practicing within these meditation practices. And I thank you very much for your time.